Okay, so, I was going to do this with my camera, but I can't seem to find it, so I'm just going to have to do a slideshow with a voiceover. I apologize for my squeaky voice. I'm just getting over a cold. These are my response to AnastasiaRuby's tag game, and okay, it's category, baby name game. So the first category is color names. My favorites are, for a girl, Scarlett, and for a boy, Sterling. The next category is old-fashioned names, and my favorites are for a girl, Olive, and for a boy, Wesley. I love the name Wes, and I probably love his name since Buffy and Angel. Yeah. And my favorite names for classic names are actually just my favorite names, because I love classic timeless names. And they are Elizabeth and James. And then the next is names from literature. So I picked, for a girl, Ayla, and that's from Jean Owl's Clan of the Cave Bear series, Earth's Children. And for a boy, Jeremy with the nickname Jam, and that's from To Kill a Mockingbird. For nature names, I picked Willow and Rowan. Willow for a girl, Rowan for a boy. I don't really like many nature names for boys, and I actually kind of like Rowan better for a girl, but whatever. For gemstone names, I picked Amber and Jasper. Trendy names. Now, I don't usually like trendy names, but the girl's name is actually on my guilty pleasures list, and the boy's name is, it's an okay name. It's, girl's name is McKenna, and the boy's name is Aiden. For names from mythology, Artemis for a girl and Helios for a boy. I looked for probably 7 minutes to try to find a name for a boy that I liked, and I could not find one. So, for biblical names, and I looked at a list because I have not read the Bible, and I saw Anna, which I really, really like. It's a nice classic name. And for boy, Gabriel. I do like Gabriel a lot. Obviously, it's the Archangel Gabriel. I know that. Okay, for Disney character names, I picked Ariel from The Little Mermaid and Peter from Peter Pan. Excuse me. Names from songs. Picked Genevieve, which is the title of a song by Sugarland, who's my favorite band, because they're just awesome. And for a boy, Jack, from Jack and Diane by John Mellencamp. For flower names, my girl flower name is actually not my favorite flower name, but my favorite flower name is my favorite one-syllable name, and it's in a couple of categories. So one of my favorite flower names for a girl is Lily, and for a boy, I couldn't find any flower names, so I picked Linden, which is a kind of tree. It's a lime tree. Okay, so holiday names, I picked Noelle and Christian. I really like Christian a lot. It's dropped on my name list, but I'd probably still consider it if I had like 3 boys or something. Okay, so for unisex names, I like Sage for a girl and Adrian for a boy. Now, this spelling is very masculine, but if you spelled it this way, it's kind of feminine. So, for virtue names, I picked Grace for a girl and True for a boy. Short and sweet names, which are 1 syllable. And this is actually my favorite flower name for a girl. It's Rose, And for a boy, this is actually my second choice of a name overall, is Cole. Okay, next is really long names, 4 or more syllables. Obviously, Elizabeth is my favorite 4-syllable name, but I also like Cecelia, and for a boy, I could not find one, so I just came up with Aloysius. I totally botched that pronunciation, I know. Okay, for a nickname, my favorite nickname is probably Ella, and I love it as a nickname for almost anything that starts with the EL sound. Elizabeth, Eleanor, Eleonora. I also like its tone sound. For a boy, John, for just short for Jonathan, which I like a lot too. For occupational names, my favorites are Piper for a girl and Archer for a boy. I also like Chandler. For celebrity baby names, I have Karis Zeta, which is Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones' daughter, and River Jude, which is Arlen and John Phoenix's daughter. Excuse me, son. Oopsies. Okay. And for pop culture names, I picked Leia and Anakin because this is such a broad topic. I went with fictional characters, and they just both happen to be from Star Wars. Next category is Harry Potter names, and I picked one of my very favorite names, which I had forgotten was a Harry Potter name until I looked at the list, and that's Arabella. And that was the name of Mrs. Figg, who was this squib neighbor who lived on the road who ended up breaking her leg, and she always had stale fruitcake or something like that. And my favorite boy name is actually Harry, because I don't like very many of the boys' names at all. I like James, obviously, but I already used that twice. Okay, so for Twilight names is Rosalie and Jasper. I know I already used Jasper, but it's still my favorite Twilight name, so there. For Shakespeare names, and I got these from a list because I've only ever read Romeo and Juliet, but my favorite Shakespeare names are probably Iris, which is from The Tempest, and Aragon, which is from The Merchant of Venice. Okay, so that was my tag video, and I really am planning on doing something with Irish names soon. Probably if I can find my camera. Okay? Thanks. Please comment. She's my Genevieve.